I got this fabulous bag set that I cannot wait to show you, and all sorts of things. I'm Cadence Kidwell, proprietress here at Fuzzy Goat in downtown Thomasville, Georgia, and I have lots of things to show you, lots of energy today. So grab yourself some coffee, maybe a cold iced tea, depending on what time of the day you're watching, maybe an adult beverage, because I got lots to share with you today, and I cannot wait. Thanks for watching. I'm going to show you what I'm making. I got two projects I want to show you. We have all sorts of stuff that's coming in from our market trip, as well as things that we've had in the works for just a little bit, even before then, or quite a long time before then. So I'm going to start with our new Erin Flett. We've got these 3 colors, and a 4th one is on the way. Erin, we wanted her to make a set for us, so we are calling this our Flett set. And Erin Flett is a bag designer. She designs for Anthropologie, LL Bean, lots of places. She runs her own girl-made bag shop in Maine. Just lovely canvas bags. And this one here is a nice sized tote with a zipper pocket in there and these great straps. And then, so as part of our set, we have a coordinating notion bag and a clam shell. So those of us who are knitters and crochet know that all of this revolves around our project. But if you have somebody else special in your life, maybe even a grad, somebody who's just getting ready to graduate, all of this would be super handy too. Because this could be, we love putting our stitch markers and our stitch stoppers in here. It opens up nice so that you can get to the stuff and it kind of sits flat for you. But Erin originally makes these for lipsticks and small cosmetics. So that is in there. And then a notion bag, which Erin also makes as a cosmetic bag, but makes a super cute clutch. And this one is in the pattern Trot. And in this case, the pattern is a little bit smaller on the bags, which is not really the case for the others. Let me grab another one here off the rack. See how that goes. This one is my personal favorite here. So here, the fabric is all the same size and the same print. I just love the nice deep gusset on it. I love the heaviness of it. You can clean it if you need to. I like the leather trim and the industrial zippers. So I just love everything about these sets, our Flett sets that Erin made for us. Isn't this just so happy? This one is called Robin, but it has another Robin meaning the color. But we call it in the house, we call it the squirrel pattern because this is on Melissa's other Erin Flett bag. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you was those sets. We're super excited about those. Also, I don't know if I can contain all my excitement. Our redesigned leather samples arrived for the shop. So this here is number 9. And this we saw this at market. Hey, Amy and Sarah's watching, and Karen. So this is just lovely, all on its own, classic, beautiful. And then you open it up and it sits flat like this. It comes with this super fancy bag. I love that about it. And then elastic strap in here. You can put your needles in there. Little built-in notion pouch here in the middle. And then some other pockets on the side here, tape measures, scissors, things like that. And your project just sits all open like that. I know as soon as we get some more of these in and we filled all our orders, then I will be partaking of one of these as well. All of ours are in the classic walnut. We did see some other colors, but I have to say they did not ring our goat bell like the classic walnut does. So rather than give you so many choices that you just freeze, we picked 3 bags. I'll show you the other 2 as well, and chose this. Oh, it smells so good. So that is redesigned. That is number 9. This is number 39. So here I can show you them side by side so you can see. So this is number 9. And then this is 39. So 39 is bigger in addition to the pocket on the outside. So you can see that. And we have all the measurements up online. I'm going to show you something that we have in this pocket. It does not come with it. But somebody asked us if their Targhee needle set would fit in there. So yes, indeed, your Targhee interchangeable needle set can fit in this outside. We are in the shop calling this, let me zip it all the way shut so that you can see that it does. And that's the kind of customer service we like to share with you. You know, you send us a question in a text and we will give it a shot and try it out. So there you go. So yes, interchangeable needles do fit inside this little pocket, but say you don't need to take your whole set. You've got little elastic straps here. And Karen just got her Wicked box and she forgot she ordered it. I love that. I love it when you get surprise mail in the mail and it's from us. Carolina is particularly delighted, as she should be, with the Wicked box. She did a very good job putting that one together, and we're hearing from you. Like Amy just had the most lovely comments. So this is the number 9. Number 39. A few things it does differently. It's got, you can snap your handles together. It also has a crossbody strap or a shoulder strap. And I showed you the pocket on the outside. We're calling this a camera bag because it kind of reminds us of a camera bag. And in fact, Carolina, I hope Natalie isn't watching. Carolina's thinking about getting Natalie this as a present, as a camera bag. And so the same features as the number 9, with the bag in the middle, attached, straps for more, hold more things like your awesome tool, your needles, other small pockets on either side, and a special bag to keep it in. You know it's a special bag when your bag comes with a bag. So that is super fun. I just love the innovation of this design. And then I'm going to show you, this is the number 39. I'm going to show you the 40. You might have seen the picture of me with the 40 market. This is the 40. Isn't this fabulous? And let me tell you, in terms of our pre-sales, this one, as big as it is, has outsold the other ones by 2 to 1. So you guys know a really great bag when you see it. Of course, it comes with a strap and a handle. Someone even sent us a picture of a cat sitting in one of these. The zipper goes, come at it from both sides. Woo! And then, this isn't very pretty. Sorry, Melissa. Melissa and I'll have to pick all this up afterwards. Thank you, Barbara, for watching, and Connie. And let's see who else is saying it's good morning. Judy. And so the same features, except what it does in addition is this bag in the middle can unsnap and come out. So, and look how big that, I mean, that's a project bag all on its own. Isn't that nice? That is just so lovely. Several projects. This would be a big blanket, or really like if you were going to have like 2 or 3 projects. I should have just put all of mine in here and I could have brought it all in this today. But that would not work because this is the shop sample so that you guys can see it. And we're going to be able to ship these out next week. So sooner than I thought, still in May. So those also arrived. Really excited about that. We have, speaking of storage and all of that, we have our stash storage, and we have a new color now. So we still have our classic Dottie, which is an ivory with black dots, and then we have the opposite, which is black with white dots, and now we have a navy. And these fold down flat, which is very great for us for shipping. But one of the things, many things I love about this is that it zips up at the front and the side. So you can stack them. It has a sturdy frame inside. You can stack them, and that way you can get to the things on the lower rungs without having to go take them all apart. But you can also see on the sides, front and the side, and then it's got a handle that you can kind of grab it and pull it with. So those, I wanted to show you those. And so from the large, organizing your stash, and yes, I'm going to show you this lovely yarn that's in here in just a moment. So from the large, our super large bag and our large stash organizers, to the mini, I am just so impressed with the women that we work with and their manufacturing skills. It is super impressive. from Katie and Marianne at Katrinkles and the things that they imagine, and that they have machines and they showed us the videos, to Tara, who makes these, and we have these in a larger size, but now she's got these small ones, which would be really great for your stitch markers because you could sort them out from by color. I do like to use certain colors in certain sections, but then I also have like my sweater and my right side, wrong side ones. So I'm definitely getting some of these. So this is, or one of these. This is the mini Notion Nook. Isn't that super fun? And before I show you what's in there, I'll come back to that. I got to go in order, or otherwise I'm going to forget and get so excited and leave something out. We were doing our needle presets before orders, pre-orders before prices went up. And even though we didn't include these because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get them, I did order 5 sets of the ChowGoo Forte Needles. So this isn't a pre-order. I've ordered them. They're here. We are ready to ship them out. We only have 5 sets. These are the Rolls Royce of needles. They come in stock and then they're hard to get. And so we usually only have them at certain times of the year. So when I saw that there was 5, even though the price had gone up, I was like, I grabbed those 5 just for some of you in case you wanted them. So these are African Blackwood, and they have steel tips. Let me get one out here so you can see. So with what we really like about the ChowGoo is the very pointy tips. This feel here is just really luxurious. So it's a combination of wood and stainless steel. The tips are super pointy, really great taper, great for knitting 1 or 2 stitches together or doing brioche. And it goes everything from a size 2 to a 15 in this lovely scissors, and oh so elegant. So we just have 5 of these, and some of you, this will be exactly what you were hoping you could find. All right, so what can you do with those needles in these bags? What about this lovely yarn? I know my sign's backwards, but we just got Junction FiberMill. We are so excited. Let me get this basket back in my lap here. Oh. So thank you to Deanna who suggested them. We also saw them at market. Each skein is unique. It's a variegated blend of all American raised sheep. That is what they are known for. So this particular making tracks, it's a heavy DK. Could be a worsted if you wanted it to be. Could also pair with a DK. And these are a blend of Merino, Targhee, and Corriedale from flocks from Idaho and western South Dakota. So all in that region there. 100% American grown and produced. That is part of the mission of Junction FiberMill. Amanda and Peggy, that was their dream, was to create a mill that celebrated local sheep farmers. And we just think they've just done a beautiful job. Now, how this is different than Marla, our lovely Marla Manos, is absolutely the American made, American milled, and the sheeps, rather than from Manos, which does an amazing job of supporting the women in Uruguay. This has a color change that changes through as you go. So it will, instead of being the same all throughout, it does range from like this to the pinks. Very slow, long color change. So I wanted to say that. And it feels really good. It's a non-superwash. And being in the South where we're going to wear it next to our skin, we are super picky about how the non-superwash, well, any yarn feels next to our skin. So you can be assured that we're good with this. We're down with how this feels, and it will only get softer as you work with it and then block it. And you won't be worried about giving it a really good block and wet and soaking it, because it's non-superwash, so it's not going to grow. So we have like 5 colors here. This one is Red Hots. This one here is the Deep End. And we just love everything about their story. You know, high quality, breed specific yarns. This is lily pads. I just picked the brightest ones we could get. Zinnia is probably the most tame of the group. And which one did I not show you here? Oh, leaf peeping. Leaf peeping. I know it's not fall yet, but look at that. Oh, that's just so bright. Oh, and Aurora Borealis. That is so fun. So we're super excited to have Junction FiberMill in the house. Then Melissa's going to have some pattern ideas. We just unpacked it yesterday. I was like, I got to show them tomorrow, even if we don't have all our pattern ideas, and she's already working on it. Dee has brought us new skirts. So here's one here on a mannequin. Oops. Here's another one here. And let me show you some of those. So these are our French market skirts, and it's becoming the perfect weather for them. I'm not able to tell you the names. I should have brought the names on them. Dee comes in a whirlwind, brings us the skirts, writes down their French names, and then kind of runs back out the door. So I do have them listed with the names, but this is so that you can see a little bit closer up. And they do not have pockets. Probably the number one question that we get asked. Dee is not putting pockets in them because of the line that it creates. She's super particular about, it may look like it's just like a regular gathered skirt, but she is super particular about how she has these pleats sewn and done so that it actually lays really nicely. And it does have an elastic that stretches quite a bit. I like to wear mine a little lower on my hips. She is making them a little longer, and we do have the measurements on there. So I'm just going to show you some of these so that you can see the patterns, and it will just go, these are going to go really great with the next yarns I'm going to show you here. Look at this one here with the mermaids on it. Oh, those colors. And this one here, really fun. Some of you guys collect these. I know. I won't be calling out any names, but I've got my own little collection as well. There. This one is something to do with cherries, as you can imagine. And then we have the one here with the little woodland creatures on it. And this one here is really pretty as well. I should have read the names off. Oh, well. We'll show you some yarn that'll go with these. We also just got a brand new yarn. This is from Sandnes Garn. This is a new yarn that is a linen and cotton. And we got it in fingering and in a aran, which is a fatter worsted. And I'll show you both. But look at these fun colors. 240 yards. And it's just $14. Oh, it's going to just be really great. And Melissa has picked out some patterns for us. One is this Roxy dress for little girls. Isn't that sweet? So linen and cotton, can throw it in the washer. With this little detail up there, that would be really sweet. But, you know, the little girls are not the only ones to benefit from that. The pleated top would be really cute in this. And we have just gone in. We got this yesterday. We loved it. We went in and immediately ordered more. And Ooh La La would also be really pretty in this. I think Melissa's actually done an Ooh La La in a color that's like this. You know me, I'm going to love this green. The most neutral one we could get right now is this green tea that was in stock. And so it's just got the slightest sage hint to a very natural color. And this one here is Blue Regatta. And it's hard to find a dark, almost black yarn of any fiber content, but here is slate. So cotton and linen. I like that the cotton is in there because 100% linen can be really kind of hard on your hands and hard to work with. And now let's look at the aran weight. So you can see that that is a worsted, and actually even a thicker worsted, but yet it's like a chain, so it's not heavy, because 100%, if it was 100% cotton and worsted, it would be heavy. It would be heavy to wear. It would stretch, but with this linen in there, it's just going to be lovely. And this has 65 yards in these guys. And look at this dusky This is called Rose Lavender. And let's see what Melissa's picked out. Oh, a bucket hat. Oh, how cute. You could crochet a bucket hat with that. And here is another one. I'm trying to see if that's crocheted. Yes, it's crocheted. The Dahlia hat. And all these pattern links are up at the yarn pages. This one doesn't have a name. Wait, does she have a name on this one? No, she does not. So we'll go look. It won't be very many because we just got the yarn, so we don't have too many. But the name got cut off at the top. That would be super quick and really fun, that tank top. And then this roslyn, which I know Melissa's thinking of making because this has been laying on our counter, the whole pattern, for days now. So I'm wondering what color she's thinking. Maybe the blue or maybe the flame scarlet. So we're always on the lookout for yarns that are suitable for warm weather, and and also have a good ethical story, and Sandnes Garn meets every one of those boxes. I am wearing, I'm looking to see what else I have to say here. I am wearing Melissa's Blueberry Vodka Lemonade. It is, the reason I'm wearing her sweater is it is in 29 Bridges Studio Sock, and my 29 Bridges projects are heavier. So, and it's getting quite warm outside. So this is Blueberry Vodka Lemonade. It has this nice little detail here on the side. And the reason I'm talking about Studio Sock is we only have 29 Bridges and our KnitWise for about maybe 10 more days. And then we have to pack it up. So if you wanted to make this same top in this same color, you could use 29 Bridges Curacao. 463 yards. That's a lot of yardage. Also think that would be beautiful in this one here, Coral Reef. It's a really lovely creamy base with pops of coral and little bits of chartreuse, little bits of rust in there. There's also a link to the Tegna pattern. It would be really pretty in a ranunculus, and also make a lovely one skein shawl, which we have up there as well. I'm always a fan of Flaming June and 29 Bridges, as well as Sentimental. And if you're looking for a neutral, which I will confess we don't have lots of in the shop, this color Linen right now is really lovely, and so is Venus, which is a very pale, what would you call that? Hey, Melissa, blush. What would you call that? Blush. Pale blush. So that is, we have this DK and Silk Surrey still in our 29 Bridges. And then in my, from KnitWise, I'm going to show you what I'm making in my KnitWise. So I brought over a basket of the brushed merino and the boucle because thanks to Kim, she was telling us about Dust Bunny. Get my pattern and show you. This is Dust Bunny. Isn't that cute? Super easy. You don't need anything fancy because the yarn has all this halo and stuff going on. And so I'm knitting this up in the boucle of Homosassa Sunset because people aren't really sure what the boucle looks like. And isn't that fun? I love the way the boucle and this brushed merino just looks like watercolor in there. So it's just moving along really fast. I say that I've done almost as much unknitting as I have, or re-knitting as I have knitting in the last couple weeks, because between market and I came back not feeling so well, and then making lots of mistakes while I was knitting and not feeling well, but I don't care because at least I was knitting. That one I started last week, did my gauge, got going, and then I looked at the fabric and I didn't like the fabric. It was way too open. I was probably about as far as I was there. It was a night's worth of knitting. So I didn't like that. I ripped it out, and now I'm going again and much happier. You got it. Sometimes you just got to make that choice and not look back. Sometimes I'll show you where I've made mistakes and I just left them in. But if you wanted to make Dust Bunny, you could do it with the boucle. We still have skeins in these colors that We have 2 in, which you would need for lots of the sizes, so I brought those over. This is Rougerou, and it has, I just want to say, it has 656 yards. This one is Crazy in Love, and this one is In the Groove. I had a really hard time choosing. I also really seriously interviewed Isla Morada. That would be lovely in that dust bunny. Why did I not do that? Oh, because we didn't have it in the boucle, and people don't know what the boucle looks like knit up. So I thought I would do that, and I'm very happy with the boucle. But I really love this Isla Morada also. This is Homosassa Sunset in the brush Merino that I am using. This was LYS Day color for 2023. And it was too pretty to leave and retire, so I'm glad Alicia gave it a name and kept it in rotation. And this is Crazy in Love, and it would also be really fun in Love Rocks. This is the color that was in our Valentine's box, or In the Groove. So just to show you how these are both in the groove, this is the boucle and this is the brush Merino, how it acts a little bit differently. But I'm having a lot of fun with the dust bunny as a pattern. Everybody laughs when I say dust bunnies. They're looking around under the floor. And yes, we do have dust bunnies as a constant source to stay, a task to stay ahead of the dust bunnies in the shop, because the yarn just floats around. Speaking of dust bunnies, although this yarn really is not creating dust bunnies, but speaking of redoing, Melissa was very glad that I made this mistake because it warned her, and now she won't make it. This is my Nola in Illimani Amelie. And so it is a tape. It's a bulky, but it's not feels bulky at all. It is, what is it? Silk and something. Silk and something super soft. And so I'm making the version with the that's not cropped. I made mine a little bit longer. I'm loving my buttons. I had to put my buttons on right away before I even got any further. I am alternating my colors in my sleeve. So let me talk about this for a second.
Can I interject?
Yes, you can.
Alpaca,
baby
40% and 4% merino. So just a little
all right, a little bit merino, alpaca, and silk. Lots of silk. This is in Targhee, so let me see if I can show you the inside. You have, it's a lot of juggling different size balls. Which, you know, as knitters, we're used to doing anyway in our lives so that we can have time to knit and crochet. So you come along and you knit and then you stop, and I have another bobbin with the yellow on it, and that stays there, and you twist it each time, and then you do the white and you go. Carol has finished hers and knit it up and wore it to social knitting on Thursday, and it just looked amazing. Okay, so I did that, and then I did the color work at the same time in the middle as I was doing it. I got that far, and Melissa was like, what's that duplicate stitch? How does that work? And so on my swatch, I kept my swatch so that y'all could see what it feels like when you're in the store. I showed my duplicate stitch, which literally is just following your stitch, just duplicating your stitch on top of it. It was so much neater than my color work in the middle that I ripped back my whole flower and I went again and then duplicate stitched on top. I've not done my duplicate stitch in the middle of this one or this one. The middle of this one will be orange and the middle of this one will be yellow, so each of my colors get used 3 times. There's another version, the version that Carol made. Her sleeves are wider. Oh, I got to tell you about my mistake too, my other mistake. Her sleeves are wider in that version, and it's cropped, and it's so cute on her. Now, what I did in my mistake and not feeling good, I was so proud. I sent Melissa a picture. I finished my orange flower. As you can see, it's finished now. I finished it last night. I also finished this flower on Sunday. I forgot to do my sleeve decreases at the same time. So
not many, so I can see how. I mean, there's only like you do it 5 or 6 times, not very many times.
Well, I mean, there was no fake in it. So I actually thought, I tried this for a minute. I thought, well, maybe I could drop down and knit. You know, it was a whole mess. It was ugly. I had all this extra stuff on the sides. As of course, as you get further up, I had more and more stuff. So I was like, okay, I got to rip that out and go again. Okay, so it just took me another night to finish my flower. That's not bad at all. But that was a mistake I could not live with. I'm working on another color work project that has lots of intarsia going on. And I'll show you that next week because we need to get more of the yarn in so that you can make it too in case you're so inclined, and we don't have any of that base right now. So yes, I'm very excited about my flowers. So, and my buttons and everything else. That is all that I've got to share with you today. That was a lot. That was 30 something minutes of that, and I've made a big mess here that Melissa's already cleaning up for me. So I'm very grateful for that, and just always super excited to be able to do what we do all day long, helping you all and helping these makers get their things out into the world, and so that they also support their families. And right now during this week, we are also running our yarn amnesty. So if you have any yarns that are mocking you, you're not sure what to do with them, if you send them to us, if you send us at least 4 skeins, we'll send you a shop coupon, and then Melissa and I will be renting a box truck and driving them to the women's prison in Georgia, and where they get used in just amazing ways that give these women dignity, able to make gifts for their families back home, and so forth. So sometimes I feel like just for the grace of God go I. At least I'm one bad decision away from not being there myself, and I sure hope somebody would send me some yarn. They crochet with it rather than knit, in case you're wondering. So that's what we have for you today. We're going to clean this up, and we are going to keep looking for patterns of what to do with all this beautiful new yarn that we have, and to continue to inspire you and just make our world better. We all do it together. Thank you.